If you want to see me create my first look with the first quad of the month for 2020, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and I am ready to create, as I said, my first look with this quad of the month, the first quad of the month for 2020. And for this first month, I did end up picking some pretty unusual colors. This is a multi-chrome from Looxi Beauty, and this is another shadow from Looxi Beauty, and then a couple of mattes. And the mattes are Annabelle, from Annabelle, so the first one here is from Annabelle, and down here is from the 39A called Cat Eye. I am thinking today that I'm going to do a look with these two. I think that's what is calling to me, and the, what's it called? The Outlaw, which is this one, has quite a shift. It goes from kind of a forest green / emerald to almost towards a turquoise, deep turquoise, gold, and a bronze color. It's a very interesting shifting multi-chrome, but it's really hard to capture that on camera. I'm hoping that once it's on the eye, you'll see more of that shift as opposed to a flat pan. My plan is to use this color for most of the lid and crease, and then to move into this color for, we'll see. It may go from inner lid to 2/3, or I may go all the way. We'll see once I get there. You'll see I have some product already on the eyes. I used Urban Decay Sin on the inner to center lid, and I also used the Aqua XL from Makeup Forever on the outer lid and crease. And I set the whole thing with Hula Light. This has been my tradition at this point for quite a number of weeks, months really, because I'm trying to pan those two primers. The Aqua XL M56 I ended up using as a primer, even though it's a kind of a paste shadow. And then the Urban Decay Sin was a sample, the never-ending sample that I am trying to finish. And it is very shiny. I definitely wouldn't say that, at least for me, that it's a primer for the whole lid, which is why it took so long to get through it, and I'm almost there. As is usually the case, if there's anything else you're wondering about that is on my face, please take a look in the description box below. You will find everything that I am wearing today in this video, including my morning skincare as well. I have the Complexionista mirror, and I have the quad kind of one on top of each other. We'll see how that works. I think I can make it work. Okay, so we are going to go in with the Cat Eye, which is kind of a cocoa brown, just a matte brown. I'm going to go into the crease and onto the outer lid, just spreading the color around. Very basic. It's always when I'm on camera that I notice when I need to tweeze my eyebrows because of the light. It really does not leave anything out as far as what I need to see that I need to tend to, you know? The joys of a ring light. Okay, I think this is good. I don't need to do a whole lot. This is going to be, as I said, a pretty quick look. I am going to do the same thing on the other eye, and then we're going to take that brown down to the lower lash line, as I am known to do. Just tapping off the brush, and let's go in on the other side. And I tap the brush right back into the pan. I don't like, sometimes I tap into the sink if I know that I'm not going back into the pan, or just by rote, and then I kind of go, oh, what did I do? But I do tend to tap back into the pan until I'm done with the shadow, at which point I just tap whatever's left at the end of the eye look. But I don't know, I have way too much eyeshadow and I still worry about wasting it, right? I don't think that's a bad thing. Just a quirk, just a personal quirk. Okay, are they pretty even? I went a little bit higher up on the other side, so let's just see if I'm even. Kind of looks like it. Let's go in with the angled brush to work on the lower lash line, at least the lower lid on the outer edge. And for that purpose, I'm going to use my little angled brush, my tried and true angled brush, picking up the kick up, and let's go down here. I'm not planning on using any glitter glue for that Outlaw shade that I showed you earlier, because I think usually multi-chromes tend to be pretty tacky. So, and what I remember from Outlaw, ooh, I put on a little bit too much. What I remember from Outlaw is that it's pretty tacky. Okay, I went a little bit further in, but well, we're committed. Okay, I'll probably deepen up on the upper lid just toward the lash line, just to make that match a little bit more, and then I'll take some off the lower lash line. That cat eye builds up really, really nicely. I like that. Of course, I'm not looking for perfection because a lot of this is going to get covered up. Okay, I'm going to go back in with my crease brush and just soften up on each side. Tiny bit more of the brown to help me just blend it all out. Just so there's no harsh line anywhere. Nice. Now I will not be softening up the multi-chrome after I apply it because it's not likely to play nice with the cat eye brown. So I have to be pretty precise in my application. It's not I'm not poo-pooing the shadow, it's just a reality of the tackier type of eyeshadow. Okay, now I have quite a bit on the bottom. I'm going to take this brush right here and just sweep under and just soften up the amount of brown I have down here. Wiping off the brush. Oh yeah, it's not very hard to soften up too much color on the lower, keep wanting to say lower lash line, but lower lid. Okay, I am liking this as the starting point, and now we are ready to go in with the Outlaw color. I'm going to go in with my tried and true multitasker brush from Smashbox and see where that gets me. And it seems to pick up pretty well on the brush. Let's see what happens. Now I had swatched Outlaw, but I have not applied it yet, so this is also a first impressions on this one. It is relatively tacky. Okay, now let's go in with the finger. I think you can see more of that color once it's on my finger. And they just do apply better with the fingertip, I have to say. I really like that. And it looks like it looks better with a little bit more on. Gosh, that is pretty. I'm going to go right to the end. Yeah, that is pretty. And whatever's left on my finger, I'm going to go very close to the lash line and try to put some on the lower lid. Oh yeah, wow. I really like that. Okay, it looks so good. Going to the other side to replicate what I just did here. It almost feels like calling it just saying eyeshadow is not enough. Any of these multi-chromes. The ones that I am the most jazzed about are the Cliona multi-chromes. Okay, that looks like they match reasonably well. So let's pack on the pigment here. Okay, a little bit more on the edges. I dare you not to make faces when you're doing this kind of work. Okay, I still have quite a bit on the finger, so I'm going to go on the lower lash line to try to put a little bit on the lower lid, but not too far down. Not trying to look like raccoon eyes. Okay, I think, yeah, I'm going to go all the way in. Really, really little bit on the inner. Okay, I went a little bit low on this side, so that same trusty brush, just going to wipe it down a little bit, or wipe it off. How pretty is that? I love it. I love it so much. I'm just going to wipe my finger off and then we will finish the look. I'm going to go in with this Complexionista, which I've been using the mirror from, and I'm going to go into this highlighter called Dandelion Twinkle, just to give myself a little something on the brow bone. I'm going to use this brush to do that, just a little bit on the brow bone. Just to give myself a little highlight there. Same thing on the other side. Okay, good. I'm going to see if I can do just a little bit more cleanup with this brush. Oops, a little high. There we go, other side. Okay, and I'm going to go in with this fluffy brush to just take care of a little bit of fallout, nothing crazy. All right, what does that look like on each side? Okay, I'm all right with this. Let's take care of the rest of the look. I think I'm going to go with a wing using the Stila Stay All Day on the upper lash line. I'm going to reapply the Urban Decay Zero that I had on my upper waterline and lower lash line. Although lower lash line, I think I'm going to go with a deep grungy green to kind of go with the upper lash line, and then probably apply a second coat of mascara, and I'll do all of that stuff and I will be right back. Okay, I am back and I did exactly what I said I would do. I ended up taking out Stash from Urban Decay. It is a beautiful, very creamy 24/7 glide-on pencil, and when they say glide-on, absolutely. You can even use a brush, dip into the liner and apply it. It's that creamy, but it does set to a kind of waterproof finish. And I also used from the same line the Zero from Urban Decay, again 24/7 glide-on. And I did use the Stila Stay All Day waterproof liner, and I've got a swatch of each one of these three. And that is what I have. So Stash on the lower waterline, lash line, And I have the Stila Stay All Day on the upper lash line. I did not do a wing. I decided that the more round eye was better than an angled eye just because of the color. This feels more, I don't know, reptilian. It just worked for me, or amphibian, I'm not sure, but it just worked for me. And the upper waterline is where I have the 0 pencil. I did not reapply this one on the lower lash line. That's where I put Stash. And I used the Hourglass Caution Mascara. It's like this triangular shaped tube, and you'll see Caution right here. And last but not least, I reapplied the lip color that I had on beforehand, and it is the Opal and Jade. And I don't know if it captures on camera, but this lip topper gloss has lime green flecks in it. And so I thought it would go well with the eye look today. And finally, I did also apply the Master Fix from Maybelline as my setting spray to just finish the whole look. So I hope you enjoyed this look using my first quad of the month for 2020. I really like the way it turned out. This is not, first off, I've never used, what's it called? Oh, Outlaw from Looxi Beauty on my eyes like this, first off. And then I've never obviously used Cat Eye and Outlaw, but I am very happy with the pairing. Good job, Hélène, on picking those two for the quad of the month, because I think they look really good together. And I also think that these two will make for a very nice look as well. So that will be my next challenge, is to do a look with those two. Let me know what you think of the look I created today. Do you like the selections for the quad of the month? Do you have other suggestions for these 4 eyeshadows? I would be all ears. Hopefully you can see them all. This is more of a gray. And with that, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it every single time, and I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.